here last night. I'm at Church Winsel. Lovely little village down the road. I didn't frequent the pub. I didn't actually walk down there. I was going to walk down there today, but it's pretty crap weather, so I decided not to. I'm making a little move, hopefully before it rains again. So here goes. I'm currently between Bridge 13 and Bridge 12, heading towards the Shropshire mainline. Look at the gorgeous views as we come across here. We're not strictly on an embankment here, because we're on the side of the hill, look. Absolutely gorgeous views across the valley here. And the river down there, I don't know if you caught that, is the River Weaver. Yes, that's the same River Weaver as we were on a couple of months ago. Here we have a lovely old working boat, magnificently kept and restored. Along these moorings here, you can see these metal frames. Well, that's for your portable barbecues to go on. Very useful if you had a portable barbecue. When I say portable ones, I think I mean disposable barbecues. Of course, I do have a portable barbecue, which I also sit on top of those frames when I use it. It's a bit windy, a bit cold. Yeah, I'm not barbecuing today. That's Church Winsel over there. Probably the wrong pronunciation, but I make a stab at it, as you know. Terrible at pronunciating a lot of these towns in this area, or villages I should say, because they're never pronounced as they're spelt. Well, this is one huge crabapple tree. I should have stopped really and picked some, make some crabapple jelly or something, or whatever. But yeah, stopping's not easy. Yeah, we'll carry on. Well, back where I was moored at Church Winsel, probably a bad pronunciation again, there was the Badger Inn, and there was signs saying the Badger Inn 500 yards or 500 metres. I did toy with walking down there just to film the village, but there's a very, very busy road with no footpath, so I declined. Well, this road's probably not as busy, but it is twice as far to walk. Church Winsel. Pronunciation? No idea. And as we come out from under Bridge 11, where we just read that sign, you could moor here quite easily. There's more along here on this arm coast, probably 3 or 4 boats. No boats here at the moment. Am I tempted? No, I still haven't gone far enough really. I need to put a little bit more electric in my batteries. Otherwise I'd be quite tempted. Nice sort of mooring. Lovely oak trees and ash trees here. Well, there I was, still going along quite nicely. And there's the odd spot of rain in the air. So before I get rained upon, quite a nice little stretch here. It's not all overgrown or horrible. Nice bit of Armco. Nice wide bit of canal. That was one of the reasons why I moved also. Only been a 48-hour more, and I didn't want to overstay if it rains tomorrow. But it was quite narrow, and I got bumped a couple of times with a couple of boats today. So that was a good reason to move on. Although I haven't travelled as far as I'd like to have done to charge the batteries, I think I'm going to stop here. It's going to do me quite nicely. Just going to put the boat up against the side now. So I'm just going to put the boat up against the side now. Wind's pushed me around a bit, going backwards. Get the back end back around there. Wind's pushing the front across And that will do quite nicely, look. The boat's come in. I think the window's going to hold it here now, so I've got no worries about it drifting off whilst I'm more up. Yeah, I like these out of the way, middle of nowhere places. I just hope I got internet here, because guess what? I need to upload a video. So if I move on again, you'll know why, because I've got no internet. We'll see, won't we? And I also want to watch the motor racing this evening. Not only do I want to watch the motor racing, I also forgot all about it. I want to watch England and the Rugby World Cup. Good morning. I moored here overnight. I was at Church Minsel and I was going to stay there overnight. It was very narrow there and it got very busy yesterday, and I got bumped a couple of times as people went past. So I decided to move on a little bit. I didn't plan to, but I did. My next stop is to go and get some diesel and a bottle of gas, and that will be at Aqueduct Marina. It's just around the corner. But this mooring here is not, it's not a proper mooring as such. There's no rings, but it's got lovely Armco. Although it's a bit bright and sunny here at the moment. Oh, the cows have gone at the moment. I suspect they've gone in for milking, but this was a field of cows. Nice wide straight stretch of canal, so people can see me from a way off. And of course I never got hit once I moored up here, so that was a bonus. But I'm going to make a move. As I say, I need to get some diesel and gas. Yeah, I'm going to make my way to the end of the Middlewich Canal today. Then do I turn left or do I turn right? I've sort of made my mind up, but I'll let you know when we get there. But 10 minutes ago, when I was getting ready to set off, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Yeah, it knows, doesn't it? It was windy, but not cloudy. Well, now it's very cloudy, and it looks like it might rain. That might shorten my journey today. I'm not doing too many laps in the rain, I can assure you. Although I'll probably have to do at least one. That's right by Aqueduct Marina. And after I come off of Aqueduct Marina, I will have to do the lock. But besides that, let's see. If it stays dry, I'll carry on, of course. But quite obviously there was a bridge here at one time. Still got some of the structure this side. We still have some of the structure that side. And of course there's a very narrow gap going through as well. It's not extremely windy now, so I'm not quite sure how this is working on the GoPro. If this wind muff's doing its job or not. We'll find out, won't we? Well, as I say, it's clouded over and it's chilled off big time. But guess what? Fortunately, I keep some clothes here right at the back. I'm going to put on my padded shirt. Yeah. Definitely getting a bit chilly. Might even have to find my hat out. Point the boat in the right way while I run in and grab my hat. There we go, all ready now. Just don't rain, please. Oh, we've come on to quite an embankment now. I'm only 200 or 300 yards away from where I started off this morning. Very wooded area here. There's quite a steep drop off both sides. The canal narrows down a little bit. I guess they made it a little narrower for making the embankment because it's so high. There's less materials required, of course, and easier to hold back less water. Aqueduct again we've just gone over. Well, the Weaver Aqueduct we've just gone over. We've seen the River Weaver before. And here's the sign for Aqueduct Marina. One can only assume they got their name from the aqueduct we've just gone across. I'm just on the final approach now to Aqueduct Marina. I nearly came up to here yesterday. There are proper moorings along here with rings, etc. Picnic tables, barbecue points. I didn't because I thought it'd be very busy. Well, there is one or two spaces here now, but it's now 9:30 in the morning. There might not have been any spaces here earlier. Anyway, I quite enjoyed where I moored last night, out in the middle of nowhere, watching the cows. I did a little fishing, caught some roach, caught some bream. Had a very enjoyable late afternoon before it rained. And here we have the moorings with the picnic tables. And the barbecue stands. Still on the embankment here, but we come off the embankment basically as we reach Aqueduct Marina, where we'll then shortly thereafter lock up. These moorings, when it's a nice hot sunny day, are absolutely great. Imagine nice picnic table, barbecue stand, sat under a big old oak tree. Nothing more English than that, is there? Well, I've just realised I've got my marinas mixed up. It's not Aqueduct Marina I'm going to stop at, it's the next one. Yeah, I've got confused here. It's been 3 years since I come up this way. Aqueduct Marina doesn't have the canal side facilities. The next marina does, and I can't remember the name of it until I get there. And they don't even advertise that, oh, they do fuel and pump out available within. I have to go into the marina here to actually get their facilities. And the next marina, you don't. So I'm going to choose to go on to the next marina. Very nice looking marina, this one. No matter how nice the marina is, with picnic tables, barbecue stands and everything else, chandlery, all sorts of things, I still wouldn't want to be moored 2 foot away from my neighbour. This wouldn't appeal to me. Visitor moorings here. Looks like you'd have a noisy night, doesn't it? With all these geese. Straight up through that bridge hole now. We look straight up the canal. I'm not sure if this camera will pick it up, but there's our lock. That's Church Binshall lock, I believe. We're approaching. My memory serves me correctly. I'm terrible at remembering these names, these locks. I don't bring the book up with me. Funny is I don't look at the book when I've been somewhere before. Oh, there's a boat just coming out the lock. So this could be brilliant timing. Thank you very much. I did wave, I hope you saw me, I think you did, I thought that's good. When you're on your own, it makes a big difference. Here we are approaching the lock. Lovely old lock office there. And guess what? As soon as I'm approaching a lock, I just got a couple of spots of rain. Isn't that just blimmin' typical? Well, I might not be going much farther today. Just do this lock because they left the lock for me. But that could be it, probably. We'll see. Well, I got told the other day I never move in the rain. Hang on, let's clear the lens. Yeah. Beautiful sunshine half an hour ago. It's now chucking it down. Well, I say chucking it down. It's raining quite hard anyway. I've done the one lock. As I went into the lock, it started spitting. I've done that lock. There's another lock just up around the corner, and I'm told there's CRT volunteers on it. So I might do that lock as well before I moor up. But just before that lock is where I want to stop and get diesel and a bottle of gas. So I might stop just short of that lock in the dry, get inside in the dry, and just say, that's it for the day, folks. Well, that's it for me anyway. Oh dear. Just while this GoPro's waterproof. Yeah, I don't like moving in the rain, and I like doing locks even less in the rain. Yeah. Oh well, I'm going to put the camera away now. It's getting water all over the lens, which just gets a terrible picture anyway. So, if it dries up, I'll catch you later. If not, I'll see you the next time I move. Well, it's basically dried up. Still a little bit of drizzle in the air, but I would have stayed here. Rather a nice grassy area here. Tables and barbecues. Very nice. The only problem is I have zero internet and zero phone signal. So I'm going to carry on for a little bit, hopefully find somewhere where I can get internet and the phone signal. Of course, you might notice complete change of clothes except for the hat. Yeah, everything was soaking wet through, so yeah. Dry clothes. I'll probably have to light the fire later because it's pretty chilly today. And I probably will, just so I can dry everything out again. Meanwhile, let's get this boat on the road, or I should say, on the canal, of course. Which, of course, it's already on. Yeah, let's just say, let's start moving. There's a little bit of brighter sky ahead. Just hoping it's heading my way. Anyway, time to get cruising again. Hopefully find somewhere where at least I've got internet and a phone signal. Very large winding hole here. Very easy to turn around in. Since that rain, just had a cold front come through with the rain. Because the temperature has dropped dramatically to what it was this morning. Earlier on this morning it was quite pleasant. I started off in a t-shirt. Well, now I've got quite a warm jacket on, and it's certainly not hot. I can see the next lock straight up in front of me. It's way off. This camera wouldn't pick it up. But just before the lock, if I remember correctly, is where the Marina is. I stopped there about 3 years ago and got a pump out, I believe. But today I'm going to stop there and get diesel and some gas. I mean, it's a little bit more expensive in some places, but needs must, if you know what I mean. Although this is no official moorings along here, it's always very, very popular. Nice and open, great for solar. I've no idea what the phone and internet signal's like here. It might be okay, but I'm not going to try it. I'm going to carry on now, get my diesel, and go up the next lock and then look for somewhere to moor. I've been told that there are lock volunteers on at this lock. I think I might have mentioned that already. Last time I got here around lunchtime, there was lock volunteers on. They went to lunch as I got here. We'll have to see how it goes today. They're closed on Mondays. I don't know, I'll pick them, don't I? Someone's going to be closed. I'll stop there on the day it's closed. Right, into the lock I come. Very kind lock volunteers on this lock, absolutely brilliant. Well, I'm not going to try and pronounce it. Dustin or something, I have no idea. I'm sure someone will tell me the correct pronunciation. It looks like it's time to stop again. Raining again. Well, as I didn't get diesel, I didn't get gas, my other plan was to stop here and get water. As it started raining again, load that. I'm going to carry on and walk somewhere else. Out of the rain. Well, only being inside will be out of the rain. I'm just trying to hope I can get somewhere with internet. I suppose I could try along here, but yeah, I don't know, it's going to be much better here than where I was before. I never brought the phone up with me to check the areas, which I normally do. I left the phone down inside, so if I did get any internet, I wanted to reconnect because I'm trying to upload a video. But after about 4 hours this morning, it's at 7%. Well, that's the second time today I've got absolutely soaked. It's blown over a little bit now, but it's still raining. I've got to be a bit careful with the camera as well. Although I've got the GoPro out, which is waterproof. I changed the battery a second ago, and the battery cover popped off and fell inside the boat. So until I stop, I can't put the battery cover back on. So of course I don't want it camera getting wet inside. Normally of course it's waterproof. But I did promise you I'd let you know when I get to the Shropshire Union Main which way I'll be going. I have decided, and I'm just approaching Bridge 1 now, which is the turn onto the Shropshire Union Canal, and I'm going to go right. Yes, I'm going to head down towards Chester. I don't believe I've ever been to Chester Well, here we are, Bridge 1. There's a big sign up there saying navigation limit for Bridgewater Canal licence. So I guess if you've got a Bridgewater Canal licence, you can come this far. So here we go. I'm going to put the camera down to do this turn so I can use the controls a bit better. Whilst I'm making the turn onto the Shropshire Union mainline, I'm going to bring this video to an end. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, and of course for everybody who helps the channel out there, from Patreon, PayPal, super thanks, members, and all of the people that help in all the ways you do, with gifts or whatever. Really appreciate it all. And don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the old bell notification button. That way YouTube should inform you every time I upload a new video. And click the all options button as well to make sure they do. Well, that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.